Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about the biggest match in the history of mixed martial arts. Probably not just the UFC, but the biggest match in all of MMA, period. If George St. Pierre beats Carlos Condit tonight, Dana White has said that it is confirmed he will be fighting Anderson Silva next, should that happen. So when can we expect that if GSP is victorious? Let's see. Right now, it's November, so we're probably looking at sometime in the spring. We're probably looking at either early spring or late spring to the beginning of the summer, because they may wait a little bit longer because this is such a big fight. They may want to promote it and let it sit for a little while with people. Anderson Silva will be there at the fight tonight, so imagine him to at least them show him or have him come up in the cage and that kind of stuff and do a face-off. So that'll be pretty exciting to see. But this all hinges around GSP beating Carlos Condit. Carlos Condit could end up being the biggest killjoy in the history of mixed martial arts. If he beats GSP tonight, man, he will just be the biggest spoiler in history, because he's already screwed up GSP against Nick Diaz, which we all wanted to see, which, you know, probably would be a much more exciting fight than this is going to be tonight. And, you know, if he is to win, he would just ruin everything. It would just screw it all up. Damn you, Carlos Condit. Even for having the possibility of doing it, damn you. So hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully George St. Pierre takes him down, wins a decision, or finishes him. Probably win a decision, let's be honest here. And we get to see this fight go down. So I'm going to do a video prediction for this one. How's it going to go? How do I see it? Well, a couple years ago I did a video prediction for it, kind of as a dream fight, thinking who would win. And at that time I was thinking George St. Pierre, because that was after Chael Sonnen had taken Anderson Silva down for 4.5 rounds, had almost beaten him. Had shown that Anderson Silva does have kind of a gap in his game, which is his wrestling. But things have changed since then, and they've changed dramatically. Anderson Silva's wrestling has improved by leaps and bounds. So we got to see it in the second fight against Chael. The first round, Chael did get him down, but was not able to do anything, basically. Was not able to even barely land any decent punches on him, or even start some ground and pound. And obviously in the second round, when Chael had to stand with Anderson because he couldn't get him down right away, that was it. It was over really quickly. And that's the thing about Anderson Silva, is that the guy hits so damn hard. He makes guys look foolish. Like what he did against Chael with the miss spinning back fist, and then Chael goes down. He just made him miss, and basically made him look. He was toying with him, made him look like a fool, and that's what he does. That's what Anderson does. His striking is so much better than these guys. He just treats them disrespectfully. Same thing against Stephan Bonner. Against the cage and everything. Just silly, man. He just messes with him. It's ridiculous. How he does that, and then lands a few good shots on him, and Stephan Bonner's done. And Stephan Bonner is a really tough fighter. He's not a guy that, and he was on juice during that fight too. Now that we know now, so it's not like that. He's not an easy guy to finish. Anderson just hits so hard and is so accurate with his striking that he makes guys look bad. And I think that against GSP we may see something like that. We may see GSP for the first time in his career just look really bad. Well, aside from the whole one where he got KO'd by Matt Serra, that was pretty bad. But apparently in that fight he said that he wasn't training properly, he was going out and drinking too much and this kind of stuff. So it does have an effect if you don't take it seriously. That can happen. So I guess we should say second time in his career. So really GSP's chance to beat Anderson Silva, how's he going to do it? If he can take Anderson Silva down, okay, and hold him down for pretty much the entire fight, he could probably win a decision that way, as long as he doesn't get submitted. And GSP, I don't think has the capability to finish Anderson Silva. The biggest reason why is because he's coming up from a lighter division, okay? So the lower you go, the less power. You're talking, when you go down weight classes, you're talking less power each class. Generally, not every situation, but generally you're talking that. So he's probably not going to, he has a hard time finishing guys in his division. So being able to finish Anderson Silva's tough as nails, he's not going to be able to submit him. He's not going to be able to knock him out. I just can't see GSP finishing Anderson Silva in any way, shape, or form. I can't see him knocking him out. I can't see him submitting him. I'm just thinking that, you know, his only chance to win would be to win a decision by lay and pray. Anderson Silva, of course, could submit GSP, and probably, I'd say, for my prediction, is going to knock him out, or TKO him at least. Something similar to how it went with Chael Sonnen. GSP's wrestling, I don't think, is as good as Chael Sonnen's, even though he might be a tad bit quicker with his shots and things of that nature. And he might mix up his game a little bit better than Chael does. So he's a little bit less predictable. But I wouldn't say he's got better wrestling than Chael. His striking, I'd say, yeah, that his striking's better than Chael's is. I'd say so, yeah, probably. But still, that doesn't seem to do anybody any good against against Anderson Silva. Vitor Belfort's striking, I'd say, is better than GSP's, and it didn't really do him any good. So no matter how you look at it, or at least how I look at it, I can't see GSP winning this fight. Anderson Silva, I think, is going to take this. And he's already considered by most people to be the greatest fighter in history. And this will just further cement his place. The UFC definitely, I hope they do get this together, and I hope everything goes smoothly so that they can put together this fight, because it would be the biggest fight in the history of the sport. And I know the people would just be buzzing for this fight, because it's a huge event if they're able to get this together. I think in terms of titles and weight classes and things like that, I'm pretty sure this fight is more of like an exhibition type fight. I don't think that they're putting any titles on the line. So should GSP win, I don't think he's going to be the 185-pound title holder. At least that's my understanding so far. Although GSP has said in the past that if he moves up to 185, that he would stay there. So I guess we'll see what happens with that. But he doesn't necessarily have to weigh, 185 or 190. After cutting to, like around there, to stay there. I mean, when he fights Anderson Silva, he's probably not going to have that much time to put on that much weight, that much muscle weight. So, he's probably still going to be fighting after he's cutting at about, let's say, 180, 185. It's probably mostly going to be the fact that he won't have to cut as much. He'll probably just be able to, maybe go for a couple of jogs and this kind of stuff, or maybe he'll just naturally weigh around there and just won't drink a lot of water for a day or two, and he'll be able to make weight easily. So either way, I don't think GSP is going to be able to get up to around maybe 200 or 205 pounds of ripped muscle. And then cut down to 185, which is what most of them do. I don't think he's going to have time to do that. But I don't think that really matters anyway. To be honest with you, I don't think it does. But no matter what, I'm still picking Anderson to win. And hopefully GSP beats Carlos tonight so we can see it happen, because it would be really exciting. I think it's what the sport needs right now. I think that the UFC's been a little bit boring this past year just because you have so many champions. Like in those three weight classes, you have John Jones who's beaten everybody, Anderson Silva who's beaten everybody, and GSP who's been out, but before that was beating everybody. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my prediction for the fight, guys. Picking Anderson Silva, hands down, no question about it. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you also think Anderson's going to take this, or do you think GSP has a better chance than I'm giving him? Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. This is Trev. Same peace.